Welcome back, everybody. Kenny Smyson here. I do put out Starfield content every week, so be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Except for the last month or so, I've been a little slow on my content. That's because I was launching my podcast with my host, Jax Wiley. Our podcast name is Starfield Report. Of course, you don't have to watch it here on YouTube, but Spotify, iTunes, wherever you want to check out the podcast, you can always listen to it there. So anyways, I'm going to go through the empty Habs, continuing my Habs Showroom series. I'm going to stick to manufacture for these ones. So these videos will be a little longer, but I'll have all the bookmarks down below for all your timestamps, I should say, so you can jump straight to the Habs you want. Downside here is we don't have a All-in-One Berth empty on the Deimos, which is sad. Now, most of these Habs, you lose pretty much 90 to 95% of what's in there, but sometimes there are little things that stick around, so it's worth noting what those are. And fun fact with the like the control station and the computer cores, for example, you're going to maintain your crew station. So computer core gives you 1, control station gives you 4. You'll still have that. So let's say you want to have a really small ship with a larger crew, but you don't want a control station, you want to do something different with it. Well, there you go. You can just take that and decorate it to your liking. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop right into it. First up, we have the Deimos Armory. Here it is with everything in it. Let's head on downstairs. And you lose most everything in it, but you do maintain this fence thing here and a lot of shelving. So you could probably pull off like your own personal brig, right? On that end right there. That'd be kind of a cool setup. So you got a shelf in there, just put a bed, a little cot in there for a prisoner maybe. Next up, we have the captain's quarters here. Everything in it. Let's head on downstairs and see what we're losing. Lose pretty much everything, but the cool thing about this Hab is how it maintains these walls here in the middle. So if you still want to try to pull off some kind of compartmentalized look to it, this could work well as almost like another dining room or a living quarter or another kind of sleeper berth, because you do maintain your bathroom. And a little bit of shelving. Here's the Deimos computer core. I'd say it's probably my favorite computer core in the game because of these nice glass walls right in the middle there. Lots of storage and just got a little table. It's nice to have a table where you can sit down and work in between working on some hacking stuff. And as you can imagine, all the consoles are gone. You still retain some shelves, and these wonderful glass walls are still kept in the middle. I have no idea what you would really do with this, to be honest, if it wasn't the computer core. Maybe like some kind of a botanical lab, like your plant section. I'll get all your plants in here, like your every good ship's got to get that, right? I don't know if you guys ever saw my favorite space show is The Expanse. The Rocinante had a really cool little plant section in it with for their food and all that fun stuff. Next up is the control station. Lots of just, monitors, computers, tables, stuff, right? So we lose almost everything in this one. This one's pretty well cleaned out and a nice fresh slate. You do have some shelves, little indentations with these walls here, but for the most part, this is one of the Habs that gets pretty well stripped down to nothing. Next up, we are in the Infirmary. It's got the similar kind of indentation walls right there, as you can see, that the control station has. So we're still going to have that. And you still retain a lot of these cabinet-looking things, so you could almost pull off another kind of living quarters, maybe an office areas. I don't know what you'd really consider all of that, but at least it gives you a little more something to work with if you're not wanting a complete blank slate. Next up, we have the Deimos living quarters, and I love this living quarters because it's the only one in the game that does not have a bed. So if you're wanting to go for like a smaller mess hall, this is perfect for you with the default setup here with 3 tables, lots of counter spaces, and fantastic cab. Downstairs, though, you're not going to get away from the kind of the living quarter mess hall vibe because you have this huge galley right here in the middle. But then it's not functional as a galley because usually you come up to the sink here to open up your cooking. So, it's almost worthless because if you are going to have a galley, you're going to want the one that actually works. But unfortunately, you're just going to be stuck with a non-functional galley. I mean, sure, you can put the cooking station in here, I suppose, but you just end up having a completely different setup, and you'd have to take up some floor space with a cooking station to have a proper galley, unless you're just going purely for aesthetics, in which case that doesn't matter. And here is your science lab. Lots of counters and stools and chairs. You've got your pharmaceutical lab and research station right here in the middle. And I've actually never seen what this one looks like down there, so let's find out. This will be fun. Okay, so you lose the island in the middle, but you retain a lot of these cabinets on the sides. Yeah, pretty much all of that. A little bit of shelving. Yeah, it'd be kind of challenging to do something different with these, or with this hab. Could do like MS Hall, I guess. That way it's not entirely a blank slate. And the final 2x1, of course, is the workshop. Got a couple little walls in there I suspect are going to still be there when we head downstairs, so let's check it out. Yep, as I suspected. So you got some shelves there. Oh, just the one wall right there, actually. Okay.
A lot on your mind?
Yeah, so this is a nice little blank slate. That wall can be used for something. The orange wall, not the one with the red coat. And this is the All-in-One Berth 3x1. It's basically an elongated 2x1 with the critical things like the beds and the table and the kitchen being in the midpoint, so you don't lose them when you have doors and windows. But let's go ahead and head on downstairs and see what we're going to be missing out on. A lot of it's still there, so you got the shelves, and this galley is functional. So worth noting there. Probably tough to do something other than just a rearranged living quarters or berth, basically. The beds here, you still have the mattress up top, which you never interact with anyways, but then you do lose it down below. But not much else you can really pull off with that. And you do have the bathroom back here still. The shelves on the back wall there. Bed on that side again, and some more shelves. This is the 3x1 Engineering Bay A, which has more heavy equipment than the B. More industrial looking machinery going on here. And of all the Habs, it's one of the ones that's definitely the most blank slate. When you come downstairs, as you can see, absolutely nothing. No shelves in the walls, just a pure simple room. So really cool that you could use this Hab for anything you want, basically. And you still have the +2 to the crew, I think, you get on the 3x1 here. And here's the 3x1 Engineering B, which has more computer consoles and servers going on. So definitely nice different vibe if you want something a little different. Very similar to how you get cleaned out, except for those shelves right there on that wall. You're going to maintain those shelves, but everything else is just like the A. And last but not least for the 3x1s is the living quarters. It's the only 3x1 living quarter in the game. Absolutely packed with everything you need. One of my favorite Habs in the game. Sitting areas, workout station. You got some beds over here on the left. You got your kitchen in here on the right with your bathroom on the left. And as we head downstairs, you have a lot of this stuff still intact, but it still gives you a lot of freedom to kind of play with it. I actually used this Hab on my recent Combat Medics ship, the Corvette I made for him. It's the only Hab on the entire ship, so you've got your galley, which is still functional, thankfully. And then you've got the bathroom, of course, straight across from that. And the mattress in this one does stay. Got your cabinet set up right there, some shelving, and just a blank slate back here in this part of the Hab. Definitely a lot of fun working with this one. Moving on to the 2x2s, we are in the battle stations first. And nice big empty room. Got a couple of little walls like that. So let's see what we've got down here. Okay, so all right, we got these nice big flat surfaces. Those are where a lot of the monitors and stuff get mounted. You got some shelves on that corner. Another big flat surface, more shelves on that corner, and that little short wall right there. So nice blank slate to work with. Next up is the 2x2 Brig. My personal favorite. I like the red lights and the sails. Nice and ominous look there. The bathroom here in the back corner, and then this little this is where your little armory is, right? A couple weapon mounts on that wall. And this, you know, when this one's empty, it's so. What else could you even do with it? I'm sure you've got this extra little room back here that doesn't have anything on it, but for the most part, you're still just a Brig. It doesn't have the bed, of course, anymore. Just the ledge to it, right? But shelves back there, shelves over there, and you still have your bathroom. So, yep. Next up is your cargo hall 2x2, which this one, like the Stroud Eklund, has the little bathroom here, which is pretty sweet for a cargo hall to have that. But other than that, just a pretty big room. So let's see what we got downstairs. Oh, all this stuff on the ceiling. I bet you that's all gone as well. Let's find out. Yep, all that is gone. So basically have some storage, which I wonder if you could even squeeze stuff past those ropes. Maybe. Some shelves over there. And you do keep the bathroom. And here's your 2x2 computer core. This is one of the ones that's definitely kind of blank inside already. Not a lot going on, but at least it's not a cluttered mess, I guess you could say. Got this little center room right there with the servers. Let's see what we are looking at down here. Lots of blank room. You got some shelving there, flat walls, so you can still do a lot of fun stuff in it. Don't know what you'd really pull off with this room though. It's got a cool design in a way, but also just, you know, a random room in the middle of, you know, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, there you have it. And here's the 2x2 engineering bay. Of course, you get the +2 to your crew member from this one, as well as that computer core we just looked at, so that's worth noting. Let's head on downstairs, see what we got down here. Probably pretty blank, yep. A nice big clean slate to work with. The only thing that's annoying is what if you could even let's just check that out real quick. Let's put some plants maybe. Yeah, okay, so you can get some stuff in there. Okay, that's worth noting. And the final 2x2 is the living quarters here. We got the bathroom there on the left we just passed up. That small room over there on the left corner, sitting area, and then this other second little room here. So let's hop down in here and see what we're looking at. So you got some shelves. That's pretty much it there. Of course, your bathroom over there. Cabinets across the way. So you could have a kind of just do your own living quarters, I guess, in this one. Pull off something pretty decent. And here we've got the 2x3 cargo hall. Got some stuff in the ceiling we're probably going to lose, but I suspect this one's going to be pretty well cleaned out when we head downstairs. Might have that little cabinet area right there. Yep, so you keep that cabinet. You got all those little storage niches right there. At least without this strap down, so you can actually put stuff on there and not have it look like a mess. But yeah, good blank slate to work with in here. And this is the 3x2 cargo hall, so a little bit of different stuff on the inside. You don't have that one desk that's back here on this corner. Let's see what we got downstairs. Pretty cleaned out, of course. We got some shelves on the side. That's fun. Some little niches. These little niche, whatever you want to call it. Can have some fun with those. And this is the 2x3 mess hall, so let's go through it real quick. All your tables and everything. One thing I'm hoping for with this one, see, we've got two cooking, well, you have a cooking stations. I've got my interface off, but that's the cooking station you can interact with, and then you've got the galley back here, right? So they both are literally functionally the same thing. So let's see what happens when we head downstairs. So you have the galley still here, but you can't interact with it. So you would have to have a cooking station. That's annoying. Because that would be the appeal of having this. You don't have to have two cooking stations, two things that do the exact same function, right? So alrighty. And this, of course, is the 3x2 mess hall. Just the 2x3 rotated 90 degrees. Although that one has some shelves in there, so we might have those shelves downstairs. We do lose a table when you have a ladder right here, but let's see what we got going on. So, okay, we got shelves there. Yep, so shelves in this room, whereas the other one wouldn't. I don't even think the other one has shelves back there. And just on the... Oh, let's see if this works. Oh, this one does work. Okay. So that's worth noting. Go with the 3x2 to have a functional galley, so you don't actually have to have a cooking station added. At long last, we have arrived at the 3x3 cargo hall. It's the big one, and we got some walls in the middle, looks like here, of course. So those will probably stick around. This will be fun to see, because I've never seen the empty version of this one. All right, what do we got? Yeah, nice. Okay, so you could use this to give you a little bit of a framework to build off of. Some shelves over there. But to a certain extent, I almost wish this was just straight up empty, right? I mean, the biggest tab in the game, and there's walls in the middle. You know, for the players that really had some cool ideas and stuff they wanted to do, this might be a bit of a letdown. But there you have it. There's all of the Deimos empty Habs. Well, folks, I do hope you found this video helpful. The Deimos custom Habs, the empty Habs as it were. This is the 3x1 living quarters I mentioned earlier that I decked out for my combat medic character. And really happy with how this Hab turned out. It's the only Hab on this little ship. Let's see, what do we got coming up next? Next, I've got my podcast with Jack Smiley, Starfield Report. We'll be doing episodes 1 through 6 of the main quest. So be sure to tune into that podcast, either YouTube or iTunes, Spotify, whatever you prefer. It's going to be fun there. And of course, my next video here is going to be the Hope Tech. We'll do the Hope Tech ones. We're just going to go alphabetical. Other than that, folks, take care. I will see you in the Starfield.